Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me here on Crafting with Emily. I am Emily. My goal here on this channel is always to create a warm, welcoming, and safe space where hopefully you can rest and relax and sort of recuperate from the outside world, which is often very scary and can be very difficult. So I hope that is the environment that I am creating for you today. This video in particular is going to be what's called a WIP in chat. So WIP stands for work in progress. I'm going to work on the craft that is currently in progress for me, and I'm going to chat a little bit about the things that have been happening in my life for the last few weeks. You can craft along with me, you can just listen, you can use this video in whatever way makes the most sense for you. Let's go ahead and get started. I actually have several diamond paintings going on, and I didn't get a chance to make any content for you guys last week, so I have several, like I said, several diamond paintings going at the same time, which is relatively new for me. So I wanted to show you guys what I have in progress right now. What we're working on today together is going to be my Hannah Lynn diamond painting, Cozy Morning Coffee. But let me adjust your viewpoint so that you can see some of the other things that I have going on as well. Okay, starting small, I have this little kit from Michaels. This is a Make Market kit. This is called Sun Fruits. It did not come with a photo, like a sticker like some of the other diamond paintings do. And I've already recycled the box, so I'm going to have to steal a photo from the Michaels website and pop it up here so you can see the final image, or what it's the original artwork. This image is so cute. When Michaels first came out with their summer collection this year, this is one that caught my eye right away. And I've kind of been not looking for it, but I kind of wanted it all summer, and I kept talking myself out of it. And then Michaels just released their Halloween collection. So all of their summer diamond paintings went on clearance. So for $4.49, I felt like I was allowed to purchase this. And since summer, I mean, it's not really coming to an end, but I feel like fall is being certainly forced upon us. So I wanted to go ahead and get this guy started because I have lots of Halloween diamond paintings that I want to start as well. So I also love that these little diamond paintings come with their own frames. So I have recently, let me show you, I'm going to swivel you guys around so don't get too seasick. But I have recently redone a lot of my living room, and so this is a Make Market kit that I framed in like a poster frame. And so we have another poster frame here. These are all diamond paintings that I ended up framing. And so I've framed a lot of my own diamond paintings recently. And it's really difficult. I've tried a couple of different methods. I haven't tried all of them. But what I have learned is that the few methods that I've tried are a huge pain. So I actually have two Make Market kits that are like this. Sorry, you're seeing too much of my living room here, but I actually have two that are like this already. They come with the little wooden frame, and they're actually really super duper convenient. I'm actually going to pause you. Let's actually go back this way. Here you go. Here's the rest of my living room and my fat cat. Okay, so back to our sun fruit. Anyway, so the fact that it comes with a frame was just an added bonus, and for $4, great. Let me, just one second. Okay, my second work in progress. This is the one that I had intended to be my only other work in progress in addition to the one behind it. So this is the 11th by Mandy Manzano. Let me get the full artwork for you. Here we go. So this is the original artwork by Mandy Manzano. This is my only Mandy Manzano painting right now, diamond painting right now. This is, don't be angry with me. This is I am not a Doctor Who fan. I just haven't seen them all. My I got this painting for my youngest brother. And the other round painting that I just completed, I'll pop up another photo. It was Miss You by Michelle Zia and Muni Made. And that painting, I completed it. I worked on it for myself, but as a completion, it was going to be a gift for my sister-in-law, my youngest brother's wife. And so this painting I had purchased several months ago as a gift for my brother. And so once I had finished Miss You, I thought this would be logically the next one, so that both of their diamond paintings would be done roughly together. I've seen a couple of episodes of Doctor Who. I know this is Matt Smith's Doctor. I've seen a couple of episodes of Doctor Who. My mom and our mom and my little brother watched it together, and so I've seen several episodes with them. The only reason I haven't watched it, I think people, especially when people are like, you seem like the kind of person who would be a big Doctor Who fan, and that is true, except that every episode that I watched with them made me sob uncontrollably. They were so sad. So I didn't end up watching them on my own. I only did the first row of this one, and I'll talk a little bit later, but I placed a couple orders for some enhancement drills, and once I placed the orders, I suddenly felt very brave. So I want to do, there's some actually beautiful, obviously you guys can see the beautiful blue AB drills here, and then these little white specks are white ABs. So there's a blue and a white AB in this diamond painting, which I really love, but I thought this planet and the sun should maybe have some sparkles because it's supposed to be stained glass. Let me get this out of the way. It's supposed to be stained glass. So I did make a brief attempt at an enhancement. I put some little crystals in this planet here and around the edge. And I don't know if it works or not. So I'm still thinking about how I want to do that. But this guy is on hold for right now because I also found some white ABs that are glow in the dark. And like I said, I finished Miss You for my brother's wife, and that had a lot of glow drills. And so I thought it would be cool if I replaced some of these white ABs that are like randomly throughout here that are just supposed to be like little specks. If I replace those with the glow white ABs, I thought that would be funny. Not funny. I thought it would be nice that they would both have glow in the dark diamond paintings, and then we'll see if the crystal is a good idea. I got some yellow ABs to replace the edge of these planets, or the edge of the planet. My gosh, the planet ring here, and then around the sun. So I don't know if I'll actually do the enhancements or not, but he's kind of on hold while I figure that out. The sun fruit one is obviously like just confetti. So that one, I'm getting to it as I get to it. Okay, let me move this guy and then I'll get to the last one. Okay, if there was an audio shift there, I'm very sorry, my microphone died. Here is our last work in progress. This is the one that, at least for diamond paintings, I have other crafts, but this is our last diamond painting that we are currently working on. This is Cozy Morning Coffee from Hannah Lynn Diamond Paintings, her premiere collection. You can see we are just about there. I'm so excited. So we are going to work on this section here. Today I'm actually working on her upside down. So when you guys see her, we'll be upside down, but I think it'll make plenty of sense. So let me get you guys up on the stand and we'll keep going. Here we are. Okay, we are upside down as promised. Her poor face, upside down. This is the adorable cover minder I've been using for a while for this kit. This came from Crafters Cafe. Oh, Snap Crafters Cafe. The putty I'm using today is Randa's Crafty Corner Strawberry Shortcake. And then my pen today is brand new to me. This is from Enabler's Outpost. I just got it in the mail yesterday. I can't really do it justice without turning the flash on. Let me see if I can turn the flash on. There we go. You still only get some of that beautiful mica shimmer. This is such a gorgeous pen. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm gonna turn the flash back off. Wow, so dark, unbelievably dark. Okay. And then for wax, I've just been using my sample from Patty Wax of their super sticky wax. This grid is nearly perfect, so I have been having some issues with having a few problems getting some of the drills to fit correctly, because if they're even a little bit too large, then they don't fit into our beautiful grid. So you can see, I mean, the quality is excellent and the drills are, for the most part, beautiful quality. There's a lot of 310 in this grid, or in this piece, and so I am using my trusty Randa's putty and my Patty Wax Super Sticky, because I'm just really pushing a lot of these square drills together. I don't think you'll see issues with that today, but we shall see. Let me go ahead and peel this back. I already cut this. Where did my tweezers go? Oh my gosh. Guys, okay. Ta-da! So I reached out actually to Hannah Lynn Diamond Painting because, like I said, I think these 310s are just a little on the large side. They're not these trays with the beautiful round my art dot jar. These are, I'm gonna have to start writing down all these. I've purchased too much stuff. That's the problem. This is from Cosmic Crafts by Kay. I reached out to Hannah Lynn Diamond Painting just to mention, I think these might be a little on the large side. It's not really a problem unless you have like a huge block of them. And then I have a little bit of an issue maybe, and I was just saying to her, like, maybe, you know, this might be a me problem. I honestly haven't worked with this much 310 in a painting before, and certainly not, you know, like a square painting, and like this seems to be really high quality. I love these drills. They're like plush is obviously not the right word because they're plastic, but they are like thick, beautiful drills. And like they seem very high quality to me, and I've done a variety of different shops at this point, and so I just wanted to let them know, like, I think, you know, these might be a little bit off, and maybe it doesn't make a difference for most people. Maybe it's something I'm doing, but maybe if you've heard this same thing from other people. And her response was so fast and so kind, and I think I was actually speaking to Hannah Lynn herself, and I fangirled pretty hard. I don't think it was obvious in the email itself, but they were so kind and offered a variety of ways to fix it. It's like, I don't think it needs to be fixed. Like, I'm almost done. Like, it's certainly very workable. I just wanted to let you know in case it's something you wanted to address with your manufacturer. I really just brought it up because as a lot of diamond painters, including myself, we purchase kits and then sort of store them away. And so I didn't want, since I'm working on this relatively new kit now, I just wanted to bring it up to her because I'm working on it now. Rather than, I'm sure there are lots of people who have purchased from her who aren't going to work on their kits for several months, or, you know, like, while I'm working on it now, I might as well let her know so she can deal with it. If she wants to. If they want to. I was still thinking they in a moment. I think I spoke to Hannah directly. Anyway. I also started, I did a little bit of checkerboarding, that helped a lot. And then I also started, there's so much 310, and it all came in little zip top baggies. So switching between the bags helped a lot. I think there was some variety between the bags. So there were a lot of different things that have helped. So all good. Anyway, moving on. What was I saying? I have a list. It's been a very busy few weeks. Well, I took last week off from making videos. I think I made a little fruit paint gem video that I uploaded a little later in the week. It's just been it's been very busy at work, so that's been difficult, and I've had a lot of doctor's appointments and testing and different things like that have been kind of difficult. I can talk about that a little bit later. I did want to give some more diamond painting updates. I do apologize if my little work in progress train was too long at the beginning. I just working on multiple diamond paintings at the same time is new for me, and I haven't made a video in between finishing Miss You and then starting. Oh, what are you doing in here? Between finishing Miss You and then starting those other two, I hadn't made another video, and so I wanted to introduce those. So happy. I'm so happy to have the little sun fruits. I have okay, so my purchasing. Okay, so I have the Enablers Outpost pen. I purchased this one maybe 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and they had a mild shipping delay, which I knew about when I ordered. So it's not at all a problem. Wow, am I okay? It was not at all a problem. And then I ordered last week. I've been watching Butterfly Effect wares for a while, waiting for just the perfect colorway because pens are expensive. And then last week they dropped their Calypso colorway and I had to have it. So this is the other brand new pen I just purchased. I'll turn the flash on again one more time. Are you ready? Whoops. My God. So it's like white and blue swirl with like big chunky glitter, and also like a fine blue mica. But we've also got some like blue translucent resin, I think, up here. So I had ordered my gorgeous Enablers Outpost pen, and then Butterfly Effect wares last week, they on their Instagram previewed this colorway, and I was like, oh no. So I ordered it right at the drop, and then I was shocked it didn't sell out as fast. I guess I've watched a couple of other. I didn't sign in right at drop time for. I'll turn the flash off. For other drops, I just kind of like checked in a day later or so for their other drops, kind of trying to determine how fast things are going. So I purchased that pen and I got the matching putty at full price, and then a day later they did their back to school special sale and put everything 25% off, and a lot of their pens from that colorway hadn't sold out, so I could have waited 24 hours, but I got exactly the pen that I wanted. So I'm not unhappy with it. I'm happy to pay a small shop full price. I was just like, really? You could have managed that a little better if we'd managed our temptation, our impatience a little bit. We could have done that a little better. So I have new pens, and then I purchased one more hand-turned pen on D-Stash. So that is coming. So I made several purchases. I think I talked about most of these in my last WIP and chat, but assuming you haven't, are not hanging on my every word, taking notes. So I'm expecting a package soon from Fallon Gems, and then from Diamond Artisan Shop. And then, of course, like I said, I purchased the pens, and then I decided it's time to really think seriously about not purchasing for several weeks or a month. So I said, okay, let's do August. But then the problem with August, I did make several exceptions for myself, and all of those exceptions hit at the same time, which was the Butterfly Effect Wears pen, and then Patty Wax Distracted by Diamonds released their Halloween babies, 2 of their Halloween babies. I'm hoping they will still release one more, but I got the Little Witch. I was really torn. They released a ghost and a witch. I'll put both of them up. You really should go grab one. They're so cute. I was really torn between the ghost and the witch. They were so cute. I've been stalking, so I've been needing to place quote unquote needing. I've wanted to place another order to Patty Wax for a while because I want to restock on the super sticky, and I wanted to get some of their enhancement drills. But I was waiting for a new diamond painting from them, and then the closer we got to fall, I thought, I could wait for the Halloween babies, and then they dropped 2 of the Halloween babies. So I got the Little Witch. Like I said, I was really torn between the ghost and the witch, but the colors and the dandelion really sold me on the Little Witch. And I wasn't diamond painting when they did last year's, so I don't know, but the ghost and the witch both have their little mica dust drills. So they're sparkly, and the little dandelion is sparkly. I'm so excited. So the one I've been waiting for specifically, it's similar style, but it's a little devil. So that's what I've been stocking them for, was the little devil. I don't know if they'll release it or not, but hopefully I'll get to make another order, but maybe maybe later. I did ask her about it. She said if it does come out, it'll be... I asked Rob. I messaged them, and Robin responded. Robin, who's... they own Distracted by Diamonds and Patty Wax. And I asked her about the devil. And she said if they do get it, it would be September. I said, okay. I will wait impatiently. So I placed that order. And then DIYman Diamond Delights. They did a shop update and restock last week on Friday. So I made that purchase as well. So now we're done shopping. For the month of August, question mark? I'm really nervous about this. But the problem is, and I don't mind to tell you guys this, that it's become like a sort of an emotional crutch. It's just so enjoyable. I love it. I love shopping. Even if I don't buy anything, I just love looking at all the things. I don't need to. I could still do the shopping part and not buy anything, I guess, but... So, we're going to see if we can make it. So I have one last exception, and that would be... Are you guys tilted too far? I think you're okay. I have one last exception, and that would be if Muni Made releases something truly remarkable that I can't live without, or restock something truly remarkable that I can't live without, which seems possible. But from all of the shopping that I've already done, I'll have lots of packages arriving. That's the other thing, is that I've done all this shopping, but my pens have arrived, which is delightful. But a lot of the canvases that I've purchased, you know, a lot of the small shops are made to order. So I'm waiting. So I'll have lots of things to open, which is really the fun part. That's really all I want, is to be able to open things. And that's what I'll be able to do. So let me see if I can squish that in there. Squish! Squish on in there, little guy. So big news in my diamond painting life journey. I made a purchase. Not September. What's the month before August? July. It might have been the very beginning of August before I made this choice. Okay, I'm so sorry for the abrupt cut. Editing me is going to be very unhappy because editing me is not that good. So this is going to be, it's going to be eventful putting this together. I went to make a dirty joke and then I was embarrassed about the dirty joke and I couldn't recover and I was just sort of babbling and I could not get myself back on track. So I just finally had to stop recording and take a second to get my head back on straight. So that's why we are further along in our little diamond painting session than you think we should be, and that's why there was sort of an abrupt little cut there. I do apologize. I just could not get myself back together. I apologize. Okay. What I was trying to say is that I made a purchase from DP with Sparklers. It was so much fun going through their list of enhancements and enhancement suggestions. A lot of the sets that I would have needed from them didn't happen to be in stock, and I was looking through a lot of their lists and it was literally just like the ones that I needed. The ones that I needed weren't in stock. They had plenty in stock. But I also, I think their enhancement sets are gorgeous, but I essentially went through each one and made a list of which drills I liked the most for each list of suggestions, and then I went to their catalog and just selected those. And it was actually kind of a long process of like going back and forth and replacing some ABs with other things and replacing these with other things, and like maybe trying to find like a less expensive option for this. And it was a really fun activity. It took me like easily 2 hours. It was so much fun. There are a couple of like I said, a lot of their enhancement sets that they had for kits that I own just didn't happen to be in stock. So I certainly would have just purchased the whole set if it was available, but I also really enjoyed like picking and choosing. So I have a bunch of enhancement drills on the way from them, and then the next day is when I found, I think it might just be diamondpaintingdrills.com or something like that. It's not Diamond Drills USA. I've purchased from them before as well. Sorry, I keep saying I was looking for, I'd already made, like I said, that large purchase that I was just telling you about, but then I had kitted up the Mandy Manzano that I was showing you guys earlier of the 11th, the Doctor Who painting, and I had originally been planning to just do it exactly as it was charted, and then I realized that it would make, once I basically kitted that up, and then I made that big sparklers order, and then I started working on that painting, and I suddenly felt very brave, and I was like, it's a stained glass window, like why aren't there like crystals and the planets, and like the sun should have sparkles. And so I didn't really want to bother DP with sparklers and be like, I actually need to add potentially like 3 more ABs in this yellow colorway and also this other thing. And so I also just wanted to see what else was out there. So, because I've never ordered enhancements before, so I just wanted to see if there were other places. And so I ended up finding shimmering canvases on Etsy. They have a lot of enhancements. And then they also do diamond painting pens. I think that was how I originally heard of them. And then, anyway, that's how I ended up purchasing more AB drills. And then I got, like I said earlier, I purchased those glow in the dark AB drills. And they didn't really have a DMC code because, I don't know that once they apply the glow in the dark coating that it really applies, but they're basically like white, blue, and yellow. So I think once they get here, I'll see how I want to put them into the canvas. I also grabbed some, I happen to find it on clearance, dot stick. Oh, I have it right here. Let me zoom you out. Hang on. It's a diamond painting adhesive. So it's basically like the same, as far as I understand, it's the same poured glue that's already on the canvas, but sort of like if your diamond painting loses its stickiness. So that's kind of what I was afraid of when I was messing with the crystals on my 11th canvas, was that eventually if I keep taking them off and rearranging them, I was going to lose the stickiness. So I ran out and found this dot stick adhesive, which I'd heard about before, and I'd always intended to grab some just in case I had some sort of stickiness emergency. But now that I have this, I feel a little more confident in messing with the drills until I like them, because I know that if I unstick the canvas by playing with them too much, I can re-stick it. Because basically you just... I was acting like I was going to read the instructions to you. You basically just apply it with a brush and wait for it to dry clear, and then you can stick your drills back down. Okay. Let me do we can probably finish the black and then do a little bit more, something a little more exciting before we wrap up. I now have no idea how, I'm not going to know how long we've been talking because I had to stop the video. I could do the math, except I was doing the math earlier because I split the video segment. Okay. So that is my diamond painting news. So much diamond painting news. It's also my, I guess, shopping problem news. It's not really a problem. Like, I'm not, like, going into debt over anything. It's just... when I see how long it takes me to finish each one, like, guys, you gotta stop at some point. And like I said, like, my real problem is it's not a budget issue or anything else. It's really that it's an emotional, I'm using it as a emotional, like, it's soothing to me. I'm like, okay, well, like, that's not a good coping strategy. So let's reset. Let's find something else. So, which it's been a difficult few weeks. Work has been really busy. I work in real estate legal field, which is, everyone wants to move in the summer. So it's been incredibly busy, and my big struggle lately is, like, not the work, but, like, I have several chronic illnesses. I struggle with chronic pain, and I have this, like, Rubik's Cube in my head of trying to manage how people treat me and how I treat others. And maybe that's, like, a complicated way to say it, but basically, like, I mean, like, a much simpler way to say it is that I'm in pain a lot, and it makes me kind of mean because I'm, like, angry all the time, and I don't think that I act that way towards people. It takes a lot of effort, and I'm putting a lot of effort into not being angry or short-tempered with people. But I'm also, like, trying to balance that with not being a doormat. I'm also like, I am a woman in the legal field. I'm an attorney, and I'm a relatively young attorney. And there's a certain level of, like, okay, like, I have to, like, stand my ground in this area, but I need to be, I don't know. It's like trying to balance boundaries and being kind and having the, like, being true to my own character all while being in a lot of pain and not letting the pain run how I'm behaving. So it adds this level, this additional level of difficulty to my day, especially when things are really busy. I have not been mean or cruel or anything to anyone, but it just adds this extra exhaustion. Because it's hard to come back from. I don't know. I think it's really hard to come back from being rude to someone in the workplace, which is what I like, handling something unprofessionally. Which, like, I'd like joke around with people, but like once you like are mean or like rude unprofessionally, that's a different matter. And I think it's not how I want to like lead, or not how I want to. It's not in line with my character, but being in pain means that like I feel like I'm far more likely to behave in ways that are like not in line with my character, which is very difficult to like walk a thin line. So, ooh, sorry. I'm ready for busy season to be over. I have lots of cat things going on, so let's start with like the lowest stake stuff. Well, actually, let's start with the high stake stuff. So poor Winnie. This past week, today is Sunday for me. I plan to upload this today, so hopefully, it may not be Sunday for you, but when you're watching this, but today is Sunday, but this past Monday, I had a doctor's appointment first thing in the morning. But that weekend, Winnie is my black and white cat. I'll try and put up a little picture here. He's the sweetest guy. He kind of looks like Sylvester from Looney Tunes. He is mostly blind. He only has 4 teeth. He's only 4 years old. He's a mess. We're all a mess in this house. It's a prerequisite to living here. So last Friday, Winnie started walking kind of in like big circles around the house. He's like walking laps around the living room. I'm like, this is weird. And then he was doing it on Saturday. But I had been cleaning a little bit. I thought like maybe I've like moved something around. He's blind. Like maybe this is like a blind guy thing. Maybe he's just reorienting himself. He's just trying to figure out, maybe I moved something. I didn't realize it. He's like annoyed that I've screwed up his mental map of the living room. Well, then Sunday, like the circles are getting tighter and tighter. Whoops, I just popped a drill. So Sunday, the circles are getting tighter and tighter. I'm starting to get like pretty nervous. But I'm looking online and like a lot of people are talking about like, yeah, like blind cats do this all the time. Like this is like cause for alarm if your cat's not blind. It might be cause for alarm if your cat is blind. I'm like, okay, like right now I think we can chalk it up to being blind. And then Monday morning, I'm about to rush off to my doctor's appointment. Let's do her little face. About to rush off to my doctor's appointment, and he's doing it tiny, tiny, tight little circle, spinning in a little tiny circle. Like, not like walking laps anymore, like spinning in a little bitty circle. And then sitting down, shaking his head hard, crying. Oh no. Like, he at least has an ear infection. But I have to go to the doctor. So I try to call my vet because I know at this point, like, they're not technically open, but this is at that time, like, when they usually do their drop-off appointments. But they're not answering the phone. Oh my god. So I go to the doctor. I'm sitting in the waiting room of the lab area, texting the vet, because thank god they have texting at my vet. And texting them, like, I think Winnie has an ear infection. He's spinning in circles. I'm at the doctor. Like, I can't get there. They're like, well, we can do an urgent care drop-off appointment. I'm like, I can't get there until like 10:30 or 11. Because their urgent care drop-off is until like 8. Usually. And they're like, that's okay. Like, you can come at 10:30 or 11. Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. Thank you. So I finished at the doctor. Like, rush. I was supposed to go to the office. And, like, email the office. Like, I have to take Winnie to the vet. I'll get there when I get there. Rush back home. Kidnap Winnie. He's horrified, mortified, furious. Oh my gosh, why can't I pick this up? I rush him to the vet. We have to do a drop-off. I hate drop-off. It's so sad. It's the saddest thing in the world. I never do drop-off unless it's unavoidable. So I drop him off at the vet. It's the saddest thing that's ever happened. It's one of the saddest things. It's not the saddest thing, but it was very difficult. How do people take their kids to school? My god. Anyway. So, like I said, Winnie's blind. A few hours later, I'm working from home, of course, now, because at some point I'm gonna have to go get Winnie from the vet. So, a few hours later, the vet calls. Not his usual vet, because, you know, that doctor is busy. So the vet calls me, and she's super nice. She's like, so, I don't think he can see very well. I was like, what? You're kidding? Yeah. How is that not like the first thing on it? I think it was like, this is not the first time this has happened. I think it's the way their electronic charts are organized. Like, the most recent diagnosis is at the very top, and of course it's an urgent care. Like, I'm not at all blaming the vet. I think it's just like the way it happened. Like, she was just like looking at his vital information and then like rushing in to triage him because it's an urgent care appointment drop off. Like, the way it works is that they're squeezing him in between other appointments. So she mustn't, like, I'm assuming, based on how many times this has happened to Winnie, that you would have to scroll down to know that he is blind, based on his chart. So she's like, I think he's blind. Yeah, he's blind. He can't, she's like, how much can he see? I'm like, nothing, almost nothing. What are you talking? What do you mean, what can he see? It was so funny. Like I said, not the first time it's happened. She was like, oh. But it made sense that she was looking for that because she was like, he does not have an ear infection. I think he must have some sort of like neurological thing going on with the spinning. It's like, no. Oh no. Okay. She's like, maybe he has some sort of like infection. Like we could do like a blood work, but then like I'll do blood work if you want, but if the blood work is fine, then we should probably see a cat neurologist. Okay. And she's like, you know, I can't really, she said something about how she couldn't really tell. It's like, he's not really walking around, he's just like cowering and hissing. I'm like, oh no, can I come get him? She's like, yeah, he's done. Okay. So I went and got him and brought him home. He does not, what's nice is that he does not hold a grudge. And once we get to, if I'm with him in the vet office, he does pretty well. But apparently he was not very happy in like their holding area or whatever. Poor guy. So that was a whole thing. And then I could not get over. I think he can. I don't think he can see. Yeah, that's right. It's just that it's happened twice now. I don't think he can see. Yeah. So she called back later this week. His blood work came back mostly fine, but like she was like, his proteins are a little elevated, so he might have an infection. But either way, I think you should see a neurologist. Okay. So now we're waiting for the cat neurologist to call us to tell us when we can come see them. So that's, he's been, of course, as soon as I brought him back from the vet on Monday, he stopped doing the spinning, probably because he was like, I won't do it again. But about 24 hours later, he started doing it again. He will stop if I distract him. Like, you can distract him out of it. So I can't tell if it's like a compulsive thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know what, if it were neurological, would he be able to stop? Are there any cat neurologists who watch my channel? Anyway, he seems happy as a clam. He just keeps spinning in circles sometimes when he walks around. It's not that he's like walking and spinning. He just like happens to get up and then go spin around a little bit. It sounds a lot worse than it is. I'm making it sound a lot worse than it is. Anyway, that was crazy. I was gonna complain about buying them cat water fountains. I got so mad. I think it was just like general stress spilling over into like a very low stakes thing. But I've been trying to simplify my life or like simplify things for myself because I have these chronic illnesses that make things more difficult, and instead of like pushing through, I've been trying to find ways to make things simpler for myself. And one of the tasks that I have been really dreading for years is cleaning the cat's water fountain, which I do every weekend. I scrub the water fountain. I refill it. I like empty it and refill it throughout the week, but then on the weekends I clean it. So we had my cat who's now passed away, Lily. I bought her a flower water fountain 5 years ago, and we still have it, and it still works. Like, sometimes you have to take the pump out and smack it against the ground to make it run, but it still works just fine. And that fountain has been relatively great. Like, it runs great. Tulip likes it. Winnie likes it. The problem, like I said, is that it's just a pain to clean because it's basically just a box, but to make it a water fountain, it's when you open it up, it's like a series of ledges. And so cleaning it is such a pain. And when I got Winnie this year, I bought another one, not the exact same kind, but a similar like flower fountain, because I just thought it would be cute for them to match, I guess. I don't know. I didn't realize that cat water fountains had advanced so thoroughly in the last 5 years. Well, the one I got him has a little like window on the side. It was like round, a circle instead of like a square. But it had a little LED light and a little circle inside it. Not a circle. LED light and like a little window in the tank. And for whatever reason, that one grew algae like crazy. Like I was replacing the filter every 2 weeks because I guess it was just letting sunlight in through the little window or something. It's not like it was in front of the like actual window getting daylight. I don't know what the problem was. It was disgusting. And it was really upsetting to me. I was really frustrated with it. And again, just a pain to clean because it's a series of ledges. So I was trying to find a replacement water fountain for them. I actually needed 2 of them, of course. And so I was looking at Petco and Chewy. Well, the reviews were making me so mad. So dumb. It's such a stupid thing to complain about. But it turns out that myself and the general public disagree pretty strongly about how to write a review about a product. And I was just getting so upset. It's like most of the reviews for each of the fountains were like, the bad reviews were, a lot of the bad reviews were user error. They were like, the fountain runs out of water too fast. Like, that's not the fountain's fault. Like, that sounds like maybe you live in a dry air, like you have your air conditioner up too high, there's no moisture in your house. What are you talking about? So that was like a 1-star review of a cat water fountain that I read. And then like some of the 5-star reviews were like actually bad reviews, but like obviously a technologically challenged person didn't understand how the review system, writing system worked. It was a lot of that kind of like, what is happening? I was getting so upset. So like trying to find, like I was trying to, like, this is supposed to be make my life easier. Like, just someone tell me which fountain to buy. So I ended up getting 2 different ones. One of them I hate, and I want to get rid of it because it makes too much noise. But the cats love it, so I guess I have to keep it. If you're super up. So I got one that's basically a bowl. And it does, in fact, have a ledge. But it's so much easier to clean. And now, cat water fountains, dishwasher safe. Incredible. I haven't put them in the dishwasher yet. Because I feel like, just like with everything else, they're going to last longer if I hand wash them. But thrilled that that's an option. If I'm having a bad day. So I love the bowl one. It's so quiet. And then I also got this like stainless steel raindrop one. The cats like the bowl one. They're drinking out of the bowl one as well. The one that's shaped basically like a mixing. I'm calling it a bowl, but it's like it reminds me of a mixing bowl. Mixing bowl is hard to say. stupid teardrop one makes so much noise. Like, I can make it quiet for like a minute, a couple of minutes, and then the cats love to move it around. They want to play with it, and they move it around, and if like the water level changes even slightly, suddenly it's like humming, but like just a slight electrical hum that like probably shouldn't bother me that much, but just like those stupid reviews. Like, and that's probably the part of the problem, is that if I was just like, this bothers you and it's fine, I would probably be okay. But the problem is that I'm like, this bothers you and maybe it shouldn't bother you. I should just let it bother me. I don't know. Anyway, the cats are thrilled with their new fountains. I was still so mad at the reviews, because I was like, this will help me. I'll just pick the one with the best reviews. No, I won't. You know why? Because people don't know what they're doing. Ugh. I was so grouchy. There she is. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was my fountain drama. I know we're close on time, but I think we're close on time. I do have a lot of editing to do because it's so silly. So I will just finish up by saying that I got a lot of joy. Yesterday I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Netflix has obviously been recommending it to me. I usually don't watch things that everyone is loving because I'm like, it's probably overrated. It was so cute. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. It was so cute. I loved it so much. Now I want merch. I want all of the stuff. It was so cute. And then today I got grocery pickup at Kroger. Grocery pickup, see, doing things making my life easier. They got my order mostly correct. That's exciting. And I saw a dog at grocery pickup. I was she put my order, obviously. We together put my order in the back of my car. And then I was realizing, the thing that was slightly incorrect. And I was like, what is this? What is happening to the side of me? I was hearing all this like snuffling. And there, look over, and there was a dog, and that obviously a person. But like there was a car parked in the pickup space next to me. And there was a dog in the front seat with its person. And the dog was, I couldn't tell if the dog was happy to see. Obviously a cat person. I'm out of practice with dogs. I love dogs. I'm just out of practice with dogs. And obviously never met this dog before. It seemed interested in me. I couldn't tell if in a positive manner or not, but it was nice. I was like, oh, a dog. Hooray. Anyway, K-pop Demon Hunters, and I saw a dog. So, all good things. I hope you guys have a good week. I'm so glad we finished her little face. I'll finish up the cow print myself, but I'm glad we finished up her little face together. I hope you guys have a safe week. Please stay safe. If you need anything, please reach out to me. I'm so glad you all joined me. I hope this was a enjoyable I hope this was an enjoyable experience for you. If there is anything I can do for you, please let me know. And if you enjoyed this, I would love to hear that as well. That would make me very happy. So, just like seeing a dog at pickup in the Kroger parking lot. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.